Um, okay. Share your referral link. Where is my referral link? Okay. Um, and get £10 on a video. How do I put that up there then? All right, show on stage. Okay. I think that's on there now. Okay, I think I'm live and direct, and I think everything's working. Um, it's been a long while since I used this particular application, so I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I ain't got a clue what I'm doing here. Hey, what's happened now? Where have I gone? What are you talking about? Oh, mate, no, I don't want that. What are you on about? All right, let's see if this is going to work now. Is this going to work? Yeah, well, I think it is still working. What's that? Camera one facing front, camera one facing back. Okay. Um, Speakerphone, headset, headpiece. Okay. Um, this has all changed since I last used it, people. Really it has. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. I haven't got a clue how I bring people up because, as I say, when I last used it, it wasn't like this, and they've changed everything. Um, I really don't know what is happening here. Really haven't got a clue. Uh, Size, font, regular, tall, wide. No idea what that means. Okay, that's that thingy mabobbing. How do I get people up here? Um, how do I invite people up? Does anybody know? Does anybody know how I invite people up here? Now I've gone back out and I don't know what I'm doing again. How do I get back in? Oh, now what's happening? Okay, I'll come back again. Okay, not only have I come back again, I've come back really small. Even I can't see me. Um, I can't even. All right, here. Hold on. What's this here? Guests. Okay, there's the guests. Invite guest. Um, copy. Copied. Um, Now what do I do? I don't know. Okay, put that up there. All right, I'll put that on there. I think. Is that up there now? Okay. All right. So I think the link is up there now, Peep. Um, I can't see anyone's comments. I can't see anyone comments on the thing. Um, all right, now I can. All right, yeah, all working. Hello, Carmen. Yeah, okay. All right, and there's the thingy for people to click on if they want to come up as a guest. Quite a few times. All right. Okay, so yeah, I think we're ready now, Pete. Took me a long time to get used to it because I've never used this one for a long, long time because no one ever come and listened to me on here. So I stopped using it and went to TikTok where more people listen. But unfortunately, because TikTok have now bananaed all of my accounts, with the exception, of course, of three of them. But I can't use. Actually, I didn't check Truth Live and Direct to see if that was unlocked or not. So I just need to see if Truth Live and Direct is unlocked or not first. JK Audits entered the studio. Okay, hello JK Audits. Okay, I've got a guest request. Hold on. Invite guests. Invite guests to the studio. I just have. How did I invite? How do I invite him up then? Guests. JK Audits. How do I? Oh, right. There you go. Now I've
Can't you?
invited you. Have I? Ah, there we are.
It's
Hello.
mega. in.
All
Can
right,
you-
Mega. How you doing, Mush?
How come you're in here? What's happened?
Because TikTok bananaed me, mate.
Because of the bin bag,
Yeah, because of the
mate.
bin bag,
Driving.
mate. You know what I mean? They didn't like the bin bag, Mega. You know what
I
I
was
mean?
driving. I was driving. I was pissing myself when I see it.
I thought it'd be all right. I thought it'd be all right to have a Muslima come on stage with me in the correct clothing.
Correct. You could have picked a you could you could have picked a different color bin bag, surely.
No, it's got to be black, mate.
How come there's green? You know, Sainsbury's do them.
No, yeah, but no, they got to wear black. They can't wear any other colour.
The way you
It's
did it.
it's our wrong to wear a different colour. So it
The way
had
you
to be
did
black,
it.
mate. And I only had black ones as well.
It's the way
So
you. Man. How long you
I
got
didn't
now?
think,
How
eh?
long you? How long you banned?
3 days, isn't it? They ban you for. I've got
I would,
2 channels that are banned until the 4th, which is Tuesday. So I get 2 channels back on Tuesday, and this one that was banned tonight will come back on Wednesday.
but does that mean now?
So,
Does that mean now we can get any tulips on here and have a laugh with them, or is it not going to work like that?
well, no, I mean, I don't think many will come on, to be honest with you, because the viewing figures, they don't go up enough on this YouTube for me to get muzzies on here. That's why I stopped using it, you know what I mean? I used it before and I'd only get like 6, 10 people come in. There's only 9 now. And if you don't get the viewers come in, then the muzzies won't come in. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? They'll come in, they'll see there's no one here, and then they'll bugger off. And so that's
I
why
was.
I stopped using this. I ain't used it for like about 3 months or so.
Yeah,
And
no, cool.
when I
Yeah.
started to come in again, they changed it all. You know what I mean? They changed everything around. I didn't know how to do any of it, man. Didn't know how to bring guests up. Didn't know how to do any of it. I had to relearn it all.
I stopped
Sods.
my. I was going around doing the hotels, and I've given it up now, man. I'm doing the recovery side of it now, and every car I take on the back of my truck, I'll just fill it. I'll just fill them
All
out.
right.
Yeah, when you
All
start
right.
filling, the hotels are a load of. It's just getting to a breaking point now. There's no point doing it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
You know?
yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
that.
well, I can't blame you, mate. You know what I mean? It would do. You're getting in a lot of trouble as well for doing the hotels, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of my friends that still do it, but what's the point? You're out in the
Right.
cold, not getting anything out of it. So
No, no.
I've got
That's
to
what I
track.
say. You get a lot of grief as well, wouldn't you, from people,
It. Of course you
certain
do.
people, they see you picking up all the refugees and whatnot, they'll take it out on you, wouldn't they? You know what I mean?
So now when I go and do cars and all that, now I just film the cars and people like all that, you know? At least it's legit.
Right. Yeah, 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 yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Then. Go on, now I'll come off and I'll watch you anyway, all right?
All right, Mega. All right, mate. God
All right.
bless you, mate. Peace of
Oh,
Christ to you. I mean, there ain't a lot of people here anyway, so, like I say, if no one bothers to come in, then I ain't going to stick around too long because, say, there won't be no point because no muzzies will come in if there's no one else coming in. And I've only got 9 in here at the moment, so we're just 9 people in it. As I say, I won't be here for much longer myself, mate, unless, you know, I say you need at least 50, 60, 70 or more before the muzzies will start coming in.
Give it time.
And it's only the muzzies I want to speak to, like, you know, about black bin bags and adult breast suckling, you know, because let's face it, it is a bit ridiculous, isn't it, for old Hallelujah La to do that. Oh, he's gone. All right. Yeah, all right, Megan. God bless you, mate. Peace of Christ to you. Hello, Granine Fulbrook. Wow. Name rings a bell, Fulbrook. But Granine doesn't. Okay. All right. You don't have a sister called Jacqueline, do you? Please don't have a sister called Jacqueline. So yes, doesn't look like any muzzies are going to come. Let me just check Truth Live and Direct, see if that's working or not yet. See if I can allow guests on Truth Live and Direct or not. You, Tony, all right, London Mady Parry. No, I can't allow guests yet. How do I find out then when the guest thing is unlocked? They put a suspension on the guest thing, but they won't tell me when it's unsuspended. Why? Why won't they tell me? No, I didn't ignore you, Adam Charles. Unfortunately, when you came in, Mush, I was busy trying to get it all set up and get it everything set up, and it all kept going, wrong. And so I wasn't really ignoring you, Adam Charlie. I was, trying to get the thing set up so I can invite guests up to the stage, mate. Oh, I saw Addy Charlesy. I love you really, Musho, you know. Don't be broken-hearted. I love all my viewers, you know, especially on YouTube, because I just don't have enough of them. I've only got, 9. How can I ignore anyone when I've only got 9, Adam Charles? Whoa, I've just gone up to 11. Woohoo! Yeah. Now we can have a party. I've got 11. That's all right. I see you. You know, we've all got our cross to bear. I see you. You know, obviously your cross is that you don't believe in God. No, it's more than one viewer, Adam Charles. I got double that. I got 2. There's 2 ones side by side. That means 2, doesn't it? It does if you're a muzzy and you count by a muzzy. If you have 11, that only means 2 for a muzzy. And then you confuse them because you say which one came first, the one on the left or the one on the right. That's the easy way to confuse a muzzy. Write down the number 11 and tell them which one came first. So yeah, I mean, basically, I was on the old tiki-toki, got bananaed off of the tiki-toki again, only because I brought on my guest. I had a guest who came up to help me do my show. Let me introduce you to my guest who was on the show with me doing my tiki-toki. Hold on, let me get it the right way round. Oh, that's it. That's the right way round. So, okay, this was my guest that I had on tiki-toki helping me out, Aisha, okay. So I had Aisha on helping me out on tiki-toki, all right, to explain why women, have to walk around like this outdoors so that they don't get grey-po, and then, of course, why they then have to do adult breast suckling. Okay, according to the hadiths and the Sunnah of Muhammad, in order for a Muslim woman to be with a strange man, either in her house or out and about, at the shops or on the bus or anything like that, she has to flop out each breasticle and allow the man to suckle on each breasticle 5 times. And of course, I was just asking, why, first of all, they have to walk around like that everywhere, and that's to stop them getting raped. And yet then they have to flop out their breasticles to also stop getting raped. And that's like a bit of a silly thing to do, isn't it? For God to tell them to do that. And I even said before I started to show, I bet every woman who comes up here agrees with me that it is silly, even the Muslim women. And I bet every man who comes up here will lie about it, explain it away and say that it's not stupid. And that's exactly what happened. I had one woman come up who said, yeah, I agree, it is silly. And then I had 2 men come up and say, no, that's not silly. There's perfectly nothing wrong with it. Oh, so they did exactly what I asked them to. And as I say, unfortunately, Tiki-Toki bananaed it because they didn't like my friend Aisha. Every time I brought Aisha on, to make the point, and then Aisha was speaking, hello, everybody. My name is Aisha. And I walk around like this so I don't get grape, and then I flop my breasticle out so men can suckle my breasticle. And unfortunately, Tiki Toki said that was great speech and great behaviour. So yeah, they bananaed me, Charlie, unfortunately, because of my friend Aisha. So it's all Aisha's fault, I mean, wait until later. I'm going to 434 Aisha good and proper, mate. I'm going to 434 Aisha. She's going to get well beaten up, mate, because of her disobedience for getting me bananaed on Tiki Toki. I mean, seriously, it is a joke, isn't it, Charlie Goblin Motio? Yeah, it is a joke, mate. Seriously. Tiki Toki, seriously, the past couple of days with me, Tiki Toki has been seriously completely stupid. I mean, I've had, yeah, exactly, mate. Momo the Omo was a bell end, and Allah. Totally agree with you, Momo. Muhammad did a tartar, definitely. Muhammad and Allah was a complete bell end. Would you like to come and discuss the topic today, Mohammed Idi Tata? Adult breast suckling. What do you think about adult breast suckling? I've even got a friend for you to talk to about it, Mohammed Idi Tata. Meet my friend Aisha, all right? Yeah. Yeah, Mohammed Idi Tata. My friend Aisha. Hello, Mohammed Tata. Will you come and talk to me about adult breast suckling, Mohammed Tata? Why do I have to let you suckle my breast, Mohammed Tata? Why? So yeah, come on, Mohammed Tata. Come and talk to Aisha. Look at the old Muzzy. He says the Muzzy, he says I look like a bell end dressed in a black bin bag, like all of his women. Thank you, Mohammed Tata, for saying all Muslim women look like bell ends. Oh, Lord have mercy. I hope your Muslim wife doesn't hear you say that, Mohammed Tata, because I know, some of these Asian women, mate, they don't muck about. What was it? I think it was Saudi Arabia, one of the Islamic countries anyway, not quite sure which one it is. They've opened up a protection home for the men because the men are now starting to get beat up by the women. At last, the women in Islam are starting to wake up and they're starting to beat up the men. Oh, I can't wait for them to start doing it in this country. Oh, I can't wait for the women to start waking up in this country and beating them up. This is what they deserve, you know what I mean? Seriously. So, Mohammed Tatia, you don't want to talk about adult breast suckling, no? You know, apparently, you know, if you do the adult breast suckling, a woman must do it, and a woman must do it until the man has had his fill of breast milk. He's got to be no more hungry anymore. They bananaed me, Mohammedija Tata. That's why they bananaed my friend Aisha. They didn't like my friend Aisha, Mohammedija Tata. They said my friend Aisha must be a terrorist. So they bananaed me. But anyway, you know, what about this adult breast suckling, Mahmoudita Tata? Do you think it's a good idea for Allah to turn around and say that a woman dressed in a black bin bag can't show her face, can't show her hands, can't show her feet, but she can flop out her breasticles and let the man suckle on her breasticle so that she becomes Marum? Do you think that was a good idea of Allah to say that? Mohammedi Dasata. What do you think? Good idea or not a good idea, Mohammedi Dasata? And before you give your answer, you have to tell me whether you're a geezer or a woman, because I already told what all the answers of geezers will be and what all the answers of women will be. So, but yeah, well, you don't have to tell me really, because I'll know from your answer whether, you know, you're a geezer or a woman. I think Mohammed Tita Tata must be phoning a friend to find out the answer. Ding, 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 ding. Hello? Yeah, hello, Allah. Listen, it was, you know, is that a good idea for you to say adult breast suckling dressed in a black bin bag? Or is that a bad idea, Allah, la, la, lula? What should I say? Oh, dear. Okay. So, yeah, 14 people. Woohoo! The most people I've ever had on YouTube. 14. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, it's just gone down to 13. I should have kept my big mouth shut. It went to 14 and then it went down straight down to 14. One of them must have been a Muslim. Number 14 must have been a Muslim. Oh no, not this idiot again. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, anyway, yeah, so, you know, unfortunately, at least quite a few people saw it on TikTok. The good news is that I did have at least 100 people at one point on TikTok who saw, you know, my friend Aisha, and understood the message, you know, of the particular topic. And as I say, it is completely religious. 3 days the bananas last for, granine. So I've got 2 bananas that expire on Tuesday, and I've got this banana which will expire on Wednesday. So I will be back on Tuesday and Wednesday doing the same topic, because I know how TikTok loves it now, so I will continue to do the same topic. But let me explain to you all how stupid this really is, because it gets even more stupid. You know, the women dressing in a black bin bag, everything covered from head to foot, and then flopping out their breasticles. That is, you know, it's even worse than that, because one of the books that talk about this, by Ibn Malik, Muwata is what the book is called. He also talks about women doing adult breast suckling to grown men so that they become marum for them. They literally become their mother, so the men can't have jiggy jiggy with them. In that same book, it also says that if you do jiggy jiggy your mother, there's no punishment. So in one part of the book, it says, adult breast suckle them so that, they become illegal for you to jiggy jiggy. And then in the same book, in another part, it says, if they do jiggy jiggy you, it's a mistake and there's no punishment. Oh, I mean, I don't know how they can claim this is from, seriously, how they've managed to get away so long for saying that this book is from God. It really is absolutely, isn't it? Isn't it, Guanini? It's totally nonsensical garbo. And like I say, I just don't understand how they've been able to peddle this rubbish for so long as a book from God, because clearly this book never came from any God. It came from some sex mad, uncontrollable, man who just likes to have sex with everything and anything. And that is so clear. And as I say, I just find it so amazing that they've been able to get away with this garbage for so long, to be honest with you. And I think that's probably why as well Tiki-Toki loved to banana me so quickly, because I don't pull my punches, I don't muck about, I just say it how it is, and when you do that, it does make it look as stupid as what it really is. And I mean, again, as I say, I always make sure I bring all the proof as well. Ibn Majah 1943, Ibn Majah 1944, Ibn Majah 1945. Ibn Majah 1945 is the hadith that says the man, must not only suckle each breast 5 times, he must actually have his fill of milk. He must be full of milk that he's no longer hungry. Okay, so it's not just a fact of him suckling. He's actually got to fill up with the woman's milk so that he's no longer hungry as well. Okay, and as I've already explained to you, a woman who's not pregnant doesn't actually have any milk. The milk glands and stuff don't actually, start to reproduce milk until the woman's pregnant. And the woman can still give milk without being pregnant, but it takes a long time of suckling before the milk will appear. So, it's not just a case of the man, if the woman's not pregnant, sitting on the breast and suckling for a few minutes and the milk comes through. No, he would have to sit on the breast and suckle for at least an hour or more before the milk started to come through, if the woman's not pregnant. And as I say, he has to do that until he's full up as well, according to Ibn Majah 1945. And of course, we've also got Abu Dawud 2056. And then there's also Sahih Muslim 1453, 3424, 3425, 3426, 3427, 3428, 3429, and 3430. And as well as I say, is also covered in the Quran and Nisa 23, Surah 4, Ayah 23. Okay, it lists a full list of people that is haram for men to jiggy jiggy, and in that list it lists women who have suckled the man. Okay, so any woman who has suckled the man, normally as a youngster, obviously, once that man grows up, he can't marry that woman who suckled him, according to An-Nisa 23. And this is where Muhammad got the idea from, to make it a harem for men to jiggy jiggy women who are strangers to them, but who they still know and interact with. So like a work colleague or someone you meet in the shop or whatever. He thought, okay, yeah, let's say the woman must let the man suckle her breasts. That will make a harem for him. That will make a mahrum under An-Nisa 23, and then he won't be able to jiggy her. And a lot of those hadiths are incidents like that. For instance, Sahih Muslim 3428. That's a Muslim lady who was married to a man. A man was, away from home quite a bit, which most Muslim men are because they have more than one wife. And when they've got four wives, they have to spend an equal amount of time with each wife. So they spend, 1 and 3/4 days with one wife, 1 and 3/4 days with the second wife, 1 and 3/4 days with the third wife, and 1 and 3/4 days with the fourth wife. And so, of course, if they're in that situation, they're not with the woman 7 days a week. They're only with the woman less than 2 days a week. And she had a slave, and the slave was free to come and go as he wanted to, and he could walk in and out of the house. And with Muslim women, because they've got to walk around in a black bin bag everywhere, the one place they don't have to walk around in a black bin bag is their house. And so when they're in their house, they're usually walking around either naked or semi-naked. And she was worried because this slave had the right to come in and out of the house when her husband wasn't there, and she was worried, the slave coming in and out, see her naked, his desires and that Allah gave him, he'd lose control of them and jiggy her. And so she went to the Prophet and said, "Oh Prophet, what can I do in this situation?" And the Prophet said to her, "Let him suckle you. If he suckles you 5 times each breasticle, that makes you his mother. He can't jiggy you. He will lose all interest in you." And she said, "But Muhammad is a grown man. He's got a great big beard, And he said, "So what? Do it." And apparently, according to the hadith, before she suckled the slave, her husband was always upset, when he wasn't there and the slave was walking around the house with her there and him not there. And then as soon as she suckled him and her husband knew that she suckled him, her husband was happy. That and so she was now no longer halal for the man to jiggy. So yeah, and as I say, it's just such a ludicrous situation. I mean, especially again when you think that wearing the black bin bag didn't come from Allah. Allah's not the one who said the women must wear the black bin bag. Umar is. Umar, who was apparently more gay than Muhammad, saw Sophia one day going out into the desert of a night time to go to the toilet. And of course, in the Saudi Arabian desert of a night time, clear skies, full moon, he could literally see everything, and so he then told Muhammad, and Muhammad said, "Okay, yeah, I agree with you. They should start, to dress more modestly." And then Allah sent down the verse, to also say that in future all women must be dressed like this, and that will stop them being raped, and as long as they're dressed like this, then the man can't grape them. And as I say, it seems a bit strange that he then sent down a verse after that saying, yeah, hold on, they still need to, unlock their flap breasticle pocket and let the man suckle on their naked breasticle, each one 5 times. But keep the black bin bag on at the same time. Obviously, don't take the black bin bag on. So sit there with your black bin bag on and let the man suckle each breasticle 5 times, and that will stop the man from jiggying you. And I can definitely say, please forgive me for this lie, Lord, but that's the truth. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, I can definitely say, truthfully, that's the big fat lie. If you do that to any man, Any man, even a gay man, even a gay man will want to jump on you and jiggy you if you're completely covered with just your breasticles showing. I mean, basically, there can be nothing more sexual to, a man and even a gay man than a woman, covered head to foot with just two breasticles showing. That is how warped we men are. I mean, we have our own breasticles, but they're nothing like you women's breasticles. I mean, you women breasticles are just a different class. Even the women that have fried egg breasticles. Oh, Lord have mercy. Seriously. Oh, well, um, oh, I mean, honestly, I mean, it's just a shame, that my YouTube can't take off, because these are the sorts of topics that you could do on YouTube, and the Muslim wouldn't be able to get it shut down, because YouTube really, the only thing that can shut YouTube down is copyright. Okay. Great speech and great is sort of a different class on YouTube, and nothing that I say or do on this particular app would ever get this one shut down. So it really is just a shame, that more people don't tune into my YouTube, especially when I see other people on here who again do similar sorts of things that I would do. Christianity, and the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and Islam, but again, I don't think any of them would quite do it the way I do it. I don't think any of them have got Aisha. And I don't think any of them would even think of having Aisha. you have to be a special mindset, to be able to think of those types of things, I think. and I'm definitely a special mindset. And again, the way I present it as well. And again, I think that the way I present it is also completely different from what anyone else would do. Likewise, when I was ending the discussion on circumcision, and why Momo the homo decided that he would have circumcision instead of baptism, even though he never chopped the end of his off, he still commanded everyone else to chop the end of theirs off. And of course, what's even worse is he also instructed the women to be cut, which is, wrong, dangerous, unethical, unmedical, and again, should be banned. But unfortunately, it isn't. But it should be. And as I say, it's all because apparently in a few of the literatures, he was born without a foreskin. And because he was born without a foreskin, all the Muslim men are happy to go and chop the end of theirs off because they want to be like him. It's not religious, religiously they say, oh, they do it so that you can remain clean, because if you go, to the toilet, wee, and a little bit of urine ends up caught in, the end of the foreskin, then of course you're not clean when you go and do your prayers, and you have to be, for your wudu, you have to be clean because, Allah gets hurt by a little bit of dirt, apparently. And that's the main reason they come forward with. And as I say, they don't even tell anybody, that the secondary reason is so that they can be like Momo the homo, who was born without a foreskin. You know, it's just amazing the things that they hide, because it proves that Momo the Homo is the real God, and not Alalululala, you know, the false satanic God. Um, but yeah, there you go, folks. And unfortunately, with only 10 people still in the room, no Muslims will come in. I think there's not really a lot more I can do there tonight. Um, it's not worth going much longer. I've been here 40 minutes already. And if I do a long stream, no one will watch the video. And if I keep them short, I've got more chance of people watching the video and then hopefully coming in to watch me when I'm live, which is what I want to do. You know, I'd want to get this going, this YouTube. And I've been trying for 5 years. You know, I've been on YouTube for 5 years. I only got 240 subscribers and only get 10, 11 people coming to watch me. So, you know, I've struggled with it for years and years. And I'd really love to build it up like I have TikTok, you know, where I get 100 plus watching, because that way, you know, I'd do more YouTube than I would TikTok. Because TikTok is, you know, it's just, with Christians, it's just ridiculous. There's nothing you can say. There's nothing you can do. You know, they just banana you at the slightest little thing, you know. Do I do FB? No, I haven't done FB. I post on FB, but I don't do lives on FB. I've never used it for live. I mean, I suppose I could try it. Yeah, I suppose I could even try that once because I have got an FB account. So I suppose I could try a live on FB. But no, I've never actually done an FB live. I don't know how to use it, which is the main problem. Can you invite guests on FB? Are you allowed to have guests up on FB? That's, you know, that would be important for me. Whatever media site. Oh, you can. Okay, okay, all right. Well, if you're allowed to have guests up on FB, then I might start using that one as well. Because I've got to try and find more than just TikTok. You know, I mean, TikTok is okay, but if you're not as restricted. Oh, and you're not as restricted. Okay, well, no, I mean, nothing's as restricted as TikTok. I mean, you know, TikTok is off the scale for restriction. And again, it's stupid. You know, you get little children dancing in no clothes. You know, you get people smurdering people. You know, you get people, you know, shouting and screaming obscenities at each other, and they don't get bananaed. You get a Christian go up there, talk about Christianity in the Bible, and they get bananas, you know. I mean, it's ridiculous. TikTok really is off the scale ridiculous, you know, and it always has been. It's always been like that. So, yeah, like I say, I've, apart from TikTok, I've concentrated on this channel more than anything, because this is the one I really want to get, YouTube, because I think more people use UT. I think once you get it done, you know, you get more followers on UT, you get more people coming in on UT, and I also think you can attract more Muslims as well on UT. So yeah, this is the one I really want to, but for some reason it just hasn't worked. This UT never has done. I've got, you know, loads of videos on it, I've done loads of lives on it, and yet it's never ever taken off, and I don't understand why. But there you go, it's just the way it is. So anyway, folks, I think that's it for tonight. God bless you all. Peace of Christ to you all. Love one another, people. How Jesus Christ taught us to love. It's most important, you know, in this world today, that as Christians we show people what true love really is, because most of the world ain't got a clue. You know, it really hasn't. So God bless you all. Peace of Christ to you all, Pete. I will be live again tomorrow, probably. We'll see how long for. But yeah, I will be live again tomorrow. I might even go live again a bit later because it's only 6 o'clock now, I've just noticed. And in Yankee Doodle land, that's only 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Midday afternoon, so it's still very early for Yankee Doodle land. So I might go live again later here, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, to try to get the Yankee Doodle Dandy crowd. God bless you all. Peace of Christ to you all, folks. Thank you for coming.